Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Here we are. Briefing's completed. We're on our own. First thing I'd like to do is just make contact with a couple people on the bridge. Maybe we're kind of familiar with the layout since we had the fight in here and all. Here's Abelard. Let's talk to him.
Lord Captain.
I was hoping that we could speak about things that might be useful to me as the rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Who are the main players I need to be aware of in the Coronis Expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
Well, thank you very much for that advice.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
We could ask him about Kunrad, but I don't really think he's going to be very helpful in that regard. Can you outline the situation in the Coronis Expanse for me? What do I need to know about that?
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words.
Of course.
The Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Well, that is quite a lot of information, and I appreciate it. That is all for now.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
I'll take my leave.
Lord Captain.
We can look at the map, but before we do that, I want to find Argenta, because if we check our journal, right at the end there, she had a personal request, and she wants to speak to me as soon as the opportunity arises. So before we get buried in all kinds of things, I think it would be a good idea to seek her out. Let's look at our map and see if we can find out where she is. Okay, Adira's over there. Okay, so she's not shadowing Adira any longer, which is good to see. That means Adira's probably calmed herself down. So let's head on over here to this part of the bridge and see if we can talk to Argenta. And there's the helmsman. There she is.
Rogue trader.
You said that you have a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue trader.
The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members. They orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valencia's territory, but in the world I am familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive special consideration. And perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphans? Well, let's see. Most of these are like not really going along with her request. I think 3 would be good. I will meet with them. No formalities are needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives for the Von Valencius dynasty. My consideration is the least that they deserve. I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart. Oh, we're going there immediately. Okay. The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off of you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Our defatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It's hardly the Scala progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Argenta is standing to the side of the group. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice ringing. Brave ones! The master of this ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the rogue trader of House von Valencius. Well, that's quite an introduction. You notice Infernus Master Heinrich Montag standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze. Infernus Master, do you serve as a teacher in your spare time? Oh, not at all, your ladyship. I'm just looking out for them. It's the Infernus way to help folks in trouble. It's our job, after all. We chip in rations here and there and make sure nobody gives them a hard time. We take the older ones into the clan's care if they want. Many in the guild are not our family by blood, but by circumstance. We'll smile at the group. The teenagers keep staring at you. A girl who has remained close to Argenta smiles uncertainly. A skinny, pale lad tries to throw his shoulders back and stand at attention like a soldier. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says, So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot. And you just give us speeches. Argenta quickly turns to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her dark eyes, like she wants both to calm him and scold him for his impudence. Rest assured, you won't be abandoned. You will all be taken care of. You can tell by their bright eyes that your words and the very fact of meeting the rogue trader in the flesh have left an indelible impression on them. You won't recognize them in a year or two. They will learn to salute and speak only when permitted by their superior officer. But right now, clowning around is all they know. Argenta rubs her temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, and then leaves the bay. All right, put us back up here. I don't know if I need to speak with her about anything else. Let's touch base real quick.
Greetings.
Until next time. So she didn't have any follow-up. Let's go check out that globe. See what the map shows us of where we are. The events of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader take place in a vast region of space known as the Coronis Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get a chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new, uncharted systems, discovering more routes as you explore. What you see before you is the map of one such system. Each system contains objects you can interact with. Such objects are marked as points of interest. Move your ship to a point of interest and then click to initiate the event or open the planet view. So this is us. These are quest markers. Ooh, this is Rykad is the prison planet. Rykad Minoris is not explored. Urak 5 is the Novice Nobilite Station. That's where we might pick up another navigator. We've got an unidentified void ship here. And then this is where we're going to go first, the Rykad Minoris. We've got 3 tasks to do on that. So let's left click on it. Head over. We'll begin the scan. Got 50 XP. We've added this planet to the encyclopedia so we can read about it if we are interested in that. Now, we found this Extractium, a mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. Now, this is not our system, so we are not going to be able to get a benefit from this, I don't believe, because it does say 0. Now, this one has our quest, the Starport, so I'm going to click on that. Alright, we are going somewhere, it would seem. So I don't know what we're in for. Oh, this isn't good. Looks like we've come at the middle of a battle. The Starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosives tickles your nostrils. It's difficult to tell through the smoke who's firing at who. Sergeant Malgar. Did the governor send his personal guards? No matter. What are you standing there for? Are you waiting for the rebels to blast your bucket? The skies over the capital are blocked by enemy fire. All aerial traffic has been halted. What pest gave you clearance to deploy? Ah, by the saints. I'm Sergeant Malgar, and you lot report to me now. Straighten yourselves out, drag your arses after me. I'll map out a defense sector for you. By the end of his tirade, the sergeant's voice grows quieter as his eyes focus on your expensive gear. Abelard turns purple. By the Holy Throne, what is this mess? Adira glances around. They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. You must be mistaken. I am the rogue trader of House von Valencius. The soldier grows more and more pale with every word. As soon as you're done speaking, he falls to his knees. My mistake, your ladyship. Didn't recognize you, ma'am. Please pardon my blunder. It's a bloodbath in here. A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that's now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood's pouring out of the stump. His agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer. Pardon me, ma'am. Sergeant Lassie Malgar. My unit's holding the Starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? What's going on here? Unrest, ma'am. Armed rebellions in both the capital and the provinces. First, the lower levels sparked, and then it went up the spires, and they hit the Vox hubs, the arsenals, the mag train stations. My unit was here when it all went to the Groxus. The tech priest linked to satellites reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Rykad Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures and ordered the increase in security at the key facilities. Everyone knows that whenever something's not right, you better double the warden detail. The alarm was raised, and we were sent to secure the Starport. It's the only reason we were able to hold it. There's fighting in the capital, but we're holding strong, leaving no quarter to the rebels. Well, he sounds very confident. What caused this rebellion? Ill thoughts, ma'am. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. The people are scared. They forgot all about their duty. And that's when those, Emperor forgive me, preachers came. They started riling everybody up. Sure enough, we shot a few, but they just kept coming. More and more of them. Well, I can't leave you and your people without aid. Reinforcements will be sent from my ship. Oh, we won't fail. We won't forget, ma'am. We will be praying the Emperor for you. Well, I am here to see the governor. If I may report, ma'am, as long as the rebels keep shooting their damn anti-aircraft battery, there's absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot, and the streets are dangerous. I've no one to send with you. I can inform headquarters, and they can send a convoy, perhaps. Meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we have to follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. Oh, I understand, sir. Adira frowns as her gaze grows distant, as if she's looking through the sergeant. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. But pardon me, my lady, but I can't get my head around those fancy words. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. What is this tech priest you mentioned? Well, I think it's a very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus. They arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept asking whether anyone by the name of Amrant or Amanat or something like that had recently arrived. Barely answered any of our questions, though. He said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. Sounds like quite a snoot. He demanded to talk to the governor personally, so I had to send a quarter of my troops with him to keep trouble at bay. Well, you're a good soldier, Malgar. I will see that your heroism is noted. The sergeant blushes. Well, I live to serve. Another explosion interrupts the sergeant's words. With a sigh of relief, he turns to his soldiers and spits out a booming series of commands. We've got our first rumor. Nice. On your travels, you will hear many rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attention are logged in a separate section of the journal. Sometimes rumors are just that. Other times there's truth to them. And in some cases there may even be more. To verify a rumor, travel to the place indicated in the rumor's description. While traversing the Coronis expanse as the rogue trader, you're bound to hear rumors regarding your own deeds and exploits, some of which reflect the reaction of the expanse's denizens to choices you have made. Well, that's very cool. All right, everybody, well, you know what? We are going to leave the episode here because once we take off down the road to find the governor, Lord knows what's going to happen. Please give a like and subscribe. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.